My main goal is to help you speak English with confidence. And this lesson is going to do just that. I'm going to give you the tips you need to speak English with confidence. Take out your pen, take out your paper. Are you ready? Well then, let's jump right in. Tip number 1, prioritize effective communication over perfect grammar. Listen, write this down. Prioritize effective communication over perfect grammar. Here's the deal. I need you to shift your focus from achieving grammatical perfection to delivering your message clearly and effectively. This is what English fluency is all about, being able to express yourself clearly and effectively. Your primary goal should be successful communication, getting your ideas across, being understood, and connecting with others. Accept that minor mistakes don't diminish your ability to communicate powerfully and persuasively. We're starting off strong because, listen, my heart, my passion is to help you speak with confidence, and I have watched too many English learners get discouraged, be frustrated, feel nervous because of the grammar that they think they haven't mastered, instead of focusing on effective communication. I want to give you 3 reasons why this first tip is so important. Reason number 1, perfectionism creates paralysis that prevents you, my friend, from speaking naturally and fluidly. Think about it. I'm sure it's happened to you before. You're in a conversation, you're a little nervous, and you're speaking English, and all of a sudden you think you've made a grammar mistake. And you pause. You freeze. You get nervous. You think, oh no, they heard me make a mistake. It causes you to be paralyzed. Instead of focusing on the grammar, my friend, you have to focus on effective communication. Here's the second reason why this tip is so important to me. Reason number 2. Even highly educated native speakers like myself, we make grammatical errors in conversation, yet we still communicate effectively every single day. Listen to me. I'm being very honest. I'm your English teacher. I am passionate about teaching you English, but even your English teacher makes grammatical errors, and I'm still able to communicate effectively. Reason number 3, focusing on message effectiveness over flawless grammar allows you to build momentum and confidence. Come on, I told you at the beginning, my goal is to help you be confident, baby. It helps you gain confidence through successful interactions. I want you to speak English with confidence. I want you to believe in yourself. So tip number 1, please never forget this tip. Prioritize effective communication over perfect grammar. Tip number 2, practice strategic self-interruption. Now, these tips are tips you probably have never heard before. This is tip number 2, practice strategic self-interruption. Let me explain. When you catch yourself overthinking grammar mid-sentence, deliberately interrupt yourself and rephrase simply in a simple way. Say things like, let me put it differently, or what I mean is, then continue with a simpler structure. Instead of that paralysis I spoke about in tip number 1, instead of the nervousness, the frustration, that pausing, say, you know what? Let me put it another way. Or what I mean is self-interruption in order to rephrase and state things differently. Why is this tip so powerful and so important? Again, helping you speak English confidently. Reason number 1, it breaks the cycle of mental paralysis that happens when you get stuck on complex grammar. There's a reason why I continue to harp on this or emphasize letting go of the grammar stress. Grammar is important, but remember, I'm speaking to you as an intermediate or upper intermediate or advanced English learner. We're trying to help you speak with confidence. Stop focusing on the grammar errors. Reason number 2, show others and yourself that you can recover gracefully from communication hiccups. If you've been following me for a while, you'll notice that when I make a mistake as I'm teaching a lesson, if I pronounce a word incorrectly, or if I stumble on a word, I leave those mistakes in my videos. Why? There's a reason. Because I want you to see, wait a minute, my English teacher made a mistake and kept rolling with the punches. My English teacher made a mistake and didn't take it out of the video. She just kept going. I purposely leave them in to inspire you and remind you, hey, it is A-okay, baby. You can continue speaking. It's okay. Reason number 3, trains your brain. This trains your brain when you interrupt yourself and say, hey, what I meant to say was. This trains your brain to prioritize message delivery over grammatical complexity. Your goal is to get a point across, to communicate effectively, not just to use the exact, proper, or the right grammar rules. You can use all the correct grammar rules, but if people don't know what you're talking about, they won't say that you're fluent. This is why it's so important. Tip number 2, practice strategic self-interruption. Tip number 3, master the art of buying time. Use sophisticated filler phrases like, that's an interesting question, or let me think about that for a moment, or from my perspective. These phrases give you time to process without appearing uncertain. We're talking about speaking English confidently. When someone asks me a question, if I need time to process my thoughts, I don't sit there in silence, even though silence is okay. I say, I like the way you worded that question. It's a very interesting question. As I'm saying these statements, I'm actually thinking about my response. You're learning to do the same thing that native English speakers do. Here are 3 reasons why this is so important, this tip. Number 1, it eliminates panic. When you need a few seconds to organize your thoughts, take your time, baby, it's okay. Don't panic, don't freak out. That's an interesting question. I like it. And you're thinking about your response. Reason number 2, these phrases actually make you sound more thoughtful and professional, not less fluent. They make you seem more intelligent. That is an interesting question. You're actually showing the person you're speaking to that you care about what they say, and they're like, I wonder how she's going to respond to the question I asked her. And reason number 3, it prevents the awkward silence that often triggers anxiety and makes you feel incompetent. When there's that awkward silence, you're like, ooh, and it gets very tense. Tip number 3, master the art of buying time. Number 4, use the clarification safety net. Proactively build clarification into conversations with phrases like, after you said something, does that make sense? Think about it. I do this all the time in my lessons. I'll teach something, then I'll say, that makes sense, right? I'm clarifying that you understood what I said. Or you can say, am I explaining this clearly? These phrases remove the fear of being misunderstood. So as you're speaking, you are making sure the person listening to you understands. Use the clarification safety net. Again, we're speaking about how you can speak confidently with anyone in English. 3 reasons why this is so important. Reason number 1, this transforms potential misunderstandings from failures into normal parts of communication. Hey, listen, you may have misunderstood what I said, so let me clarify. Did you catch it? These are not failures anymore. You're just clarifying. Reason number 2, it shows confidence and professionalism rather than insecurity. Confidence. Hey, I just want to make sure you understood what I said. We good? Excellent. Again, shows confidence and professionalism rather than insecurity. Oh, maybe you missed it. No, change your posture. confidence. And reason number 3, it creates a collaborative conversation where both parties, both individuals ensure mutual understanding. You're asking to make sure he or she understands you, and then when they speak, you're responding to them, letting them know you understand them as well. Tip number 4, use the clarification safety net. It is powerful. Now, before we get to number 5, tip number 5, which is also very important, I want to remind you, this lesson is being brought to you by my course, the 365-Day English Study Plan. If you want to continue studying with me, I have a lesson for each day of the year. Go to speakenglishwithttiffani.com/365 I've created and organized 365 lessons plus some bonuses to help you go from the intermediate to the advanced level. Go to www.speakenglishwithttiffani.com/365 All right, now let's jump into tip number 5. Tip number 5 is master the power of paraphrasing. When you can't find the exact word, become skilled at explaining concepts in different ways. You can say things like, it's like, or it's similar to, or the opposite would be. These phrases become powerful tools. You're showing that you can make connections. Listen, speaking with confidence means you are sure of what you're saying. You are clear on your ideas and your thoughts, and you're just trying to convey them to someone else so you can show them from many different angles. Master the power of paraphrasing. Here's the first reason why this is so important. Number 1, it removes the panic of vocabulary gaps that often derail conversations. When you don't have the number of words you want to use, no, you've practiced, hey, I can paraphrase. I might not know this word, but I do know this word, and I can use this word to also explain my idea. Reason number 2, actually, it demonstrates sophisticated language skills rather than limitations. Hey, I know many different words and I can use them, or many different expressions and I can use them to express my idea. It shows confidence. It shows mastery of the language. And reason number 3, it keeps conversations flowing naturally even when your vocabulary fails you. You know what? Let me say this a different way. Because you can't remember that vocabulary word, but you do know other words. So number 5, master the power of paraphrasing. Listen, my friend, I hope you are taking notes because these tips are going to help you speak English with confidence. Tip number 6, develop cultural bridge phrases. Let me explain. Learn to explicitly bridge cultural differences. For example, you can say, in my culture, we approach this differently. You're acknowledging the way things are done in one culture, and then you're saying, this is how it's done in my culture. Or you can say, this might be a cultural perspective, but, and then you insert your idea or opinion. When you do this, this frames differences as valuable insights, not limitations. You're acknowledging that, hey, our cultures are different, but they both have value. And this enhances the conversation. It makes the person listening to you want to listen even more because you are saying, hey, from my perspective, based on my culture, and that draws them in to learn more. We're talking about speaking English with confidence. Develop cultural bridge phrases. So why is this so important to speaking English with confidence? Number 1, this transforms potential misunderstandings into interesting cultural exchanges. You're not saying that everyone does this, everyone should think like this. No, hey, in my culture, this is how we do it. Or in my culture, this is how we view things. I'm not saying your culture is wrong. I'm just inviting you to understand my culture. Reason number 2, it positions you as bringing unique value to conversations rather than being deficient. You are adding to the conversation. When people see you coming, ooh, I love when Amber comes. Ooh, I love when Brandon joins the conversation because he brings so much, she brings so much. You're adding value because you've developed these cultural bridge phrases. And reason number 3, it reduces the fear you might experience. The fear of saying something wrong by framing it as culturally different. You're not saying it's wrong if it's your experience, if it's your culture. This eliminates that fear. So again, tip number 6, develop cultural bridge phrases. Tip number 7, use the expert in training identity. I love this. I love it. So instead of thinking, I'm bad at English, adopt this mindset. I am becoming an expert English speaker. I'm going to say it again. Instead of thinking I'm bad at English, I want you to think I am becoming an expert English speaker. This frames mistakes as part of expertise development, not evidence of failure. Woo! I got to say it again. This frames your mistakes, my friends, as part of your expertise development, not as evidence of failure. Of course, if you're becoming an expert, you're going to make mistakes. That's the only way you can become an expert. You have to make mistakes, correct them, and move on. So instead of you thinking you're a failure, you're going to think, I'm an expert in training, baby. I love it. All right, here are 3 reasons why this is so important. Reason number 1, it reframes mistakes as learning opportunities rather than personal failures. Don't think you're a failure. You are amazing. You are intelligent. You are an exceptional expert English speaker in training. Reason number 2, it creates a growth mindset that encourages more speaking practice. Hey, I'm growing. I'm not failing. I'm constantly improving. So let's keep going. Let's keep learning. Let's keep moving forward. Reason number 3, it aligns your identity, who you are, with progress and improvement rather than current limitations. Instead of you saying, oh, I'm bad at English, I'm not good. You see how my posture is changing if you're watching? Instead of you identifying with this individual, now you're identifying with this. I'm on a journey. I'm learning a lot. I'm making mistakes and then picking myself up and learning from those mistakes. Your posture changes. Number 7, use the expert in training identity. Tip number 8, master conversation recovery skills. So you have to learn elegant ways to handle misunderstandings. We're human beings. You're going to be in situations where the person misunderstands you. You have to learn how to handle those situations and not be flustered or frustrated. So you can do this by learning phrases like, let me rephrase that. Or, I think I gave you the wrong impression. Or, actually, what I meant was. Using phrases like these, practicing these phrases will help you do better, will help you avoid misunderstandings, and you should practice these until they're automatic. Remember, speaking with confidence is all about learning how to navigate conversations properly, including recovering when mistakes or misunderstandings occur. 3 reasons why this is so important. Reason number 1, it removes the fear that one mistake will ruin an entire conversation. That's not true. You make a mistake, hey, let me rephrase that. I think I may have misstated. Let me say that over again. The conversation has not stopped. It's now going to continue. Reason number 2, it demonstrates sophisticated communication skills that even native speakers need. What I'm teaching you, my friend, even native speakers have to learn these tips. Even native speakers. The reason why certain speakers speak better than others is because they've mastered these tips. And reason number 3, it builds confidence that you can handle any communication breakdown gracefully. You can do it well because you've mastered these tips. And tip number 9. Tip number 9 is also important. Implement the contribution over perfection rule. We started off with a good tip, number 1, and now we're wrapping it up with a great tip. Implement the contribution over perfection. Let me explain. Before speaking, I want you to ask yourself, how can I contribute something valuable here? Or how can I add to the conversation? Rather than saying, how can I avoid mistakes? Ooh, please listen. Instead of going into a conversation saying, how can I avoid mistakes? I want you to say, how can I contribute to this conversation? This shift focus, it shifts focus from self-protection to value creation. I'm going to say it one more time. This shifts the focus from self-protection to value creation. Ooh, I love these tips. 3 reasons, my friend. Reason number 1. This transforms speaking from a performance test to a meaningful contribution opportunity. You're not going into conversations to be judged. You're going into conversations to offer value, to let the individual or individuals realize how special you are and what value you can add to a conversation. Reason number 2. It naturally reduces self-consciousness by focusing attention outward on helping others. My focus is on helping you. That's why I'm having such a good time recording this lesson and speaking to you. I'm focused on you, not on the exact word and, oh no, can I help you? Is what I'm saying going to take you to the next level on this English journey that you're on? Then I am happy. Focus on helping others. And reason number 3, it aligns your speaking practice with genuine communication purposes rather than language exhibition. Focusing on the purpose of language as opposed to I'm exhibiting, I'm performing. No, adding value to the conversation. My friend, I hope these tips really helped you. Don't forget, if you want to continue studying with me, go to www.study/365plan, and I'll talk to you in the next lesson. You're already chosen. You're already spoken for. You still there? You know what time it is. It's story time. Hey, hey, hey. I said it's story time. All right. This story brings a big smile to my face and always makes me happy. So one of my closest Korean friends, I talked about one of them in our last lesson. Her name was Angel. My other close Korean friend, her name is Annie. And we got really close during my last year in South Korea, and we're very, very close. And I remember in our first interactions, we started doing Bible studies together, and then I started teaching her, giving her some tips. I had been an English teacher for a long time, and I was telling her different things she could use to help her students improve. And I remember that I started teaching her how to train students to give speeches, how to train students how to give presentations, how to write papers better. And I was giving her some of the methods that I had developed. I was just giving them to her and saying, hey, teach these to your students as well. Fast forward about maybe a year or 2. I had moved back to America. My time in Korea had come to an end, but we were still close, and we are still close. And she messaged me. She said, Tiff, I want you to see something. And I was like, okay. She sent me a video clip. It was a video clip of one of her students. He was about 7 years old, if not younger, maybe 6 or 7 years old. She said, Tiff, he won the speech contest. This little adorable little boy, he was in an English speech contest in South Korea, and he was one of her students. And she sent me the video of him giving his speech. Listen, I was impressed. He had everything organized. It was perfect. And then she said, Tiff, you do realize I taught him the method that you shared with me. This boy was only about 7 years old, spoke in an amazing way, organized. She said, Tiff, I literally just taught him the method that you showed me. He implemented it and he won the speech contest. Now, I was happy for my friend because she's getting the accolades because she's his teacher. She was his teacher. Yes, I showed her the method, but she's an amazing teacher. She was able to teach him the method that I showed her. So accolades go to her. She said, Tiff, but I want you to realize how powerful that method you showed me actually is. And in that moment, my joy for my friend, again, because his parents were happy, they were proud of their teacher, proud of their son. It was a reminder that what I'm doing is making a difference. Teachers, in general, love to help people improve themselves, move forward on whatever their journey is. That moment I will never forget because it became another push forward for me to continue sharing the methods, continue helping people just like you learn English using simple methods, simple tips, simple strategies. This is exactly why I'm still teaching online, because there are more English learners like you that I need to help. And I love seeing English learners speak English with confidence. That's why I taught this lesson today. How to speak English confidently with anyone. So I hope you have the same experience that my friend's young student had. Maybe you won't be giving a speech, but I want you to be in a situation where you're having a conversation with someone and you implement the tips that I taught you today and your shoulders go back. Your chest goes out and you realize, I'm speaking English with confidence. And I want you to hear this voice in the back of your head. I told you you could do it. I'll talk to you in the next lesson.